Well, it's been a couple of weeks since the H3H3 pack dropped, and after playing Payday off and on since then, I think I'm finally ready to talk about it. Right off the bat, I want to say that I am a fan of H3H3 and their content, but I only really watch them off and on, and yeah, I was one of the people who wanted the April Fool's Day prank to be real, and admittedly, I was excited when they revealed that it was actually going to be added to the game. But I know there are people out there who aren't a huge fan of meme characters in their game where they deliver nukes by forklift, have Jacket Jimmy and Al Pacino wearing Doge, Rageface, and whatever the fuck this is masks. So basically what I'm saying is that this game has long gone past the point of ridiculousness, and why is adding YouTubers such a big deal? Honestly, I love it because it further continues my 7 Degrees of Payday 2, but also because it's really outlandish and kind of funny in its own right. But all that aside, let's get to the meat and bones of this DLC. What exactly do you get with it? Well, besides Ethan and Hila themselves, which I'll get to in a little bit, you get this weird crossbow air compressor thing, a ruler that just reuses animations from the Gage Chivalry pack, that being of the Claymore sword, and a swanky new vape-themed perk deck. Now, I'm not going to go super detail into this stuff, even though it's like 90% of the pack, simply because I really don't know too much about what's in the meta or what's great for higher difficulties, because I don't go into those difficulties myself personally. And what I will say though is I don't understand how these are relevant to H3H3 at all. Supposedly they help design pretty much everything in the pack, and maybe it's some diehard fan inside joke that I don't get. Like, vape mod in the perk deck I can understand, that's kind of a huge thing, but what the fuck does a giant ruler and a crossbow have to do with any of it? Well, anyway, what I want to focus on myself is Ethan and Hila themselves, so what do I think of them? Honestly, it's not as bad as it could have been. Now, of course I don't expect top-notch voice work from two visual comedians, especially Hila, who's super quiet most of the time, but most of the dialogue seems really awkward or forced. A lot of Ethan's jokes were just put in there to appease fans, it seems. Which is all well and good, but did we really need an Ethan Bradbury joke? Or a fucking Jake Paul one? Why come up with new material strictly for Payday, or just something different? Because a lot of the time it seems as if both Ethan and Hila should turn towards the screen and say, "Get it? We've talked about Jake Paul before and we're referencing him now." And yeah, fans are going to be the primary target for this pack, but what beyond them just existing in this game should they spend the $5 for? And yeah, sure, all the money goes straight to them instead of Overkill, but if you want to donate to H3H3, then just donate to them. Personally, I wanted content for a video game I enjoy that just so happens to have YouTubers' involvement. And just because they're YouTubers, that doesn't mean I want some kind of glorified pull-string doll where every time they speak it's just a reference to their work instead of something different and interesting. Though, probably the most surprising aspect of this pack is that I enjoy honestly playing as Hila more than I do Ethan. I guess just the idea of being a super quiet ex-military YouTuber turned gun-toting bank robber tickles my fancy in some weird, chaotic way. All in all, chances are, if you play Payday 2 and you like H3H3 and were like me, excited when they announced that they were adding it, you probably already got it. Though, for the rest of you who are just casual Payday fans or on the fence about a YouTuber crossover, then I don't really know what to tell you. The weapons are kind of fun, the perk deck is interesting, even though I don't see myself personally using it that often, and Ethan and Hila, despite their flaws in the voice acting and general dialogue, I still have a lot of fun hearing them talk and just being in the game. But, of course, I don't represent everyone in this community, so all in all, if you enjoy Ethan and Hila, I'd say go ahead and get the pack. Otherwise, I'd say probably wait for the Steam Winter Sale if you're on the fence about it.